I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra got into a heated exchange with Congressman Jason Smith during a House Ways and Means Committee hearing on Thursday. Smith's line of questioning began with what he described as a, quote, anti-racism plan. The Missouri Republican accused HHS of putting politics ahead of medicine when it comes to health care. Becerra responded, accusing Smith of mischaracterizing the policy. Here's the full back and forth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, it's good to see you again. On February 18th, several members of this committee and myself sent a letter to the CMS Administrator, Brooks LaSure, on a decision to add anti-racism plans as a quality metric under the physician fee schedule, starting in 2024. Your agency to this point has not responded to our letter, so I want to ask you a few questions. Mr. Secretary, yes or no, do you believe that an anti-racism plan should be more important to a physician than managing medications prior to surgery so that patients don't die on the surgical table?
Congressman, I got to ask this question yesterday. If you can point to me where there is a so-called anti-racism plan, I can respond. But what we're doing is
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to enter into the record this fee schedule that CMS has offered as a rule from November.
So ordered.
And Congressman, can I ask you to read what the title of that is?
Yes. If I had my glasses. It is 42 CFR Parts 403, 405, 410, 411, 414, 415, 423, 424, and 425. It came out from your CMS on November 21st, 2021.
You gave a lot of numbers. You didn't say what the programs were.
It's the physician fee schedule.
And you pointed out to some form of plan, and what I'm saying to you, there is no such plan as you've described, so it's difficult.
I'll reclaim my time. You didn't answer yes or no.
It's not a yes or no question.
I asked a question that was yes or no, so I think
a question about a plan that doesn't exist.
So you're saying it does not exist?
Not what you've described.
So there's no anti-racism plans that's part of a physician fee schedule that came out through rules from CMS?
Congressman, respectfully, show me.
Are you, Mr. Secretary, you're Secretary of CMS, is there a physician fee schedule that came out that has any content of weighted measures for anti-racism?
There is a fee schedule that takes into account that we have great disparity in this country in accessing health care and moving towards a system that will make sure anyone has equal access to the care that they are entitled to.
And in that fee schedule, does it put separate weights for various aspects of care based on one's race?
Based solely on one's race? No.
We'll be happy to even provide. We would not even be having this interchange, Mr. Secretary, if your department would respond to letters that we have sent.
Congress would accurately describe what we're doing, and it's easier to answer questions.
Mr. Secretary, I'll be happy to provide the fact that the CMS has issued a fee schedule in November that weights anti-racism activities to have more preference over one being diagnosed for cancer, one being diagnosed of what drugs they should have before surgery is unacceptable. The most important things to every physician should be providing high quality care to every patient, Mr. Secretary. Politics should be the furthest thing from a physician's mind. Shamefully, under your agency, politics, not medicine, will take center stage at the doctor's office. Under this new measure, Mr. Secretary, you have adopted quality assessment of patient care provided by physicians will be directly linked to the implementation of anti-racism plans. Specifically, HHS will encourage clinicians to perform clinic-wide reviews of existing tools and policies such as value statements or clinical practice guidelines to ensure that they include and are aligned with a commitment to anti-racism. Mr. Chairman, I think that's unacceptable.
Thank you. I'm going to allow the Secretary to answer, if you would like.
Very briefly, Mr. Chairman. Congressman, I respect the position you take. I think it's unfortunate that too much misinformation and disinformation is put out there on what's being done. That's what confuses Americans. I respect that you may have a different position in trying to attack the disparities that exist for people accessing care. We'll work with you on these programs, but what we won't accept is someone trying to mischaracterize what we're trying to do.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let me recognize the gentleman from